Hello, everyone. This is Earl from the Cryptopolitan, and welcome to the podcast. Today's guest is Alexander. Alexander, how you doing?
I'm well. I'm well. Thank you, Earl. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm jealous on the other side of the world, right? So on your side, it's nice and sunny, and on my side, it's cold because I live in Canada. So
Yeah, you can see the sun through the video. Yeah, I mean it's early morning here in Dubai, so I just woke up, like I said, 40 minutes ago. But
nice.
yeah,
I'm probably old now, so I'm probably going to go sleep in 40 minutes. So
uh, I mean the
opposite
time
ends of the
difference does hit
spectrum.
you.
So let's dive right in. Why don't we start off with tell the viewers, what are you working on? What's your project, and what does it do?
Yeah, absolutely. So team is currently building a Telegram mini app. I mean we've already launched, but the Telegram mini app itself is a gamified polling app, which makes it
Oh, neat.
possible for a variety of people, yeah, to basically come in, vote on a variety of topics, and get rewarded in tokens. We've launched actually 1 month ago, and
Mhm.
we've had quite good traction already. I mean, we're at 150 K plus users, and yeah, we have close to 35K voters on the app as of right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like what kind of questions, what kind of polls get put into the app, and what kind of users are you looking for to vote on these things?
Yeah, so in regards to the polls, actually, we don't have a certain topic like only crypto or only politics that we focus on. So we
Mhm.
try to give the users a very wealthy variety in terms of what to vote in. So we have crypto topics, we have politics, we have health, ecology topics. So we try to ask questions that make the users really think about whether to answer yeah, it's basically give an answer that is a yes or no question or a complicated question like, do you use Telegram for work or for personal things? What do you
Mm,
think is better, Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter? Right?
nice.
So it's those are like subjective questions, and the aim really is to predict the majority, right? So you're obviously getting rewarded for your opinion, but the
Yes.
aim for a Polo user or for a Polo voter is to come into the app and predict the majority. So
Mm,
whenever you are actually giving out your opinion, you're trying to get other people or predict what other people are going to say. That's pretty much it. That's the current game mechanic that we have right now. However, in the future, it's going to change with other brands, and it's going to give others the opportunity to actually purely get rewarded based on their opinion. There's not going to be a who's the majority, who's the minority, basically.
fantastic. Now, so from like a monetization standpoint, this is like just a business structure. Can businesses ask questions and pay for those questions to be answered?
Oh, absolutely. So we're no, we already have we've signed an agreement. We've did a cross promotion with a couple of brands. One of them was Crypto Cars, which was a brief promotion,
Mhm.
but we're looking to onboard several partners where they can promote their app through a poll. Let's say an app is or an advertiser is bringing out a new feature or wants feedback from Web3 users, right? What is the feature like? Do you think it's a good idea? Then they have the opportunity to ask us to create a poll based on what they want to find out. And our users will be able to give them feedback, real-time feedback on a variety of their features. At the same time, obviously, they can send their users for them for their own users to vote in our app, right? So the data is actually more relevant. Yeah.
Interesting. That's a really cool thing.
Mm.
So it could I split it up so that I can see what my users are doing and then I can see what the outside world says and then have a compare and contrast for both sides?
Absolutely, right. So you have the opportunity when you vote. We would then see what voter is coming from us. Voter is basically coming from another app. If there's a feedback loop, so yeah, it is possible to receive feedback and get detailed data about the users. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a really cool concept. What spurned the idea of making like mini Telegram mini votes?
So actually, so the idea originally started in June when I mean I think it was, yeah, June, end of June, in terms of when Vote or Watercoin kind of came out.
Hmm.
And me and the other another co-founder, Yefim, were sitting and thinking, man, we should invest, right? Meme coins are in, and I don't know, like the typical conversation that you have on a night with your friend saying, what should we do? Where should we invest, right? What should we start?
Hmm.
And it kind of like created the point where we just started investing into Watercoin, and then we were like, okay, but this could be a lot better. Like the UI design could be this, could be that, right? What is the project that would um, yeah, that would grow to be like a business project. So we decided on starting like a meme project itself originally, just
Nice.
like with Polo the chicken, who's the current mascot, by the way, from Polo.
Nice.
Um,
That's awesome.
um, yeah, and then we realized that nobody actually does gamified polling on the blockchain, right? Nobody
Huh.
does this. Like there's no one who does gamified polling.
Hmm.
So we said, okay, this is actually not a meme coin idea. This could be a real business, right? So we pivoted from that idea, and we said, okay, what do we need to become the go-to place for individuals to come onto the platform, voice their opinions, and get rewarded for providing their opinion, right?
Mm.
Why is this important? First of all, we tried to ask the question, right? Um, and in the world of today, right, where there's a lot of bias or there's a lot of blockage in terms of media, right?
Hmm.
Why individuals actually are afraid to voice their authentic opinion. And we said, okay, we can actually get users to come in, feel safe, to voice their opinions in an environment where they're comfortable in, get rewarded for their opinion, right? Because in the world of today, actually nobody cares about your own opinion, right? So that's
Right.
that's the situation we're in. And we said, okay, this could actually be a business. And
It's fascinating.
yeah, and
That's
then the
that's really
three of
cool.
us basically pivoted in. So me, Yefim, and Vladimir are the founders of Polo. So we pivoted it into a business.
Now I have got a question. Is it you said it was yes, no, one or two, red or blue, left or right. Is there anything
Yeah,
with a multivariate where you can have three options?
yeah, so you have three or four options as well, right? So you have like, there are also simple question, right? It doesn't have to be always complicated, right?
Hmm.
What food do you prefer, right? Do you prefer Italian? Do you prefer Greek? Do you prefer American food? Do you prefer Chinese food? Like something like this.
Hmm.
So it doesn't have to be like only like a one-stop shop, right? It can be multiple variations of an answer. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. From like a monetization standpoint, you could do some fun stuff like should you fold a pizza, yes or no? And then depending on their answer, you can give them a coupon to the one where you fold and the one where you don't fold, right? So
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
absolutely. So in terms of monetization, right? So we've explored several areas in that regards, right? So first of all, right, is we take a certain cut when we form the poll, right?
Mhm.
There are two options, right? First of all, we give our own tokens, right? So we're planning to do a token launch, but we're not rushing this, right? Because it's important to do this correctly. I mean, the whole game mechanic is not just based around the token, but it's
Mhm.
it's more about the infrastructure of the app and the community itself. But
Gotcha.
what the advantage here is that when you launch a project like that, you have the possibility of gathering a variety a user base that is basically um, sorry, I lost my
Active.
thought.
Just active user
Um,
base that's ready to go right away.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, I'm trying to find mm, the question. Sorry, coming back to the question that you asked before.
Like multivariate and multi stuff, and then being
Mm-mm.
able to pull different spots and monetization from each of those things.
Yeah, sorry, monetization, exactly. Yeah, so the other part of the monetization that is interesting is the API. So we're actually working on an API that
Hmm.
will allow users. So we're working on the verification part of it, right? Because it's currently a Telegram mini app, so it has to be authenticated through Telegram, of course.
Yes.
But that's a huge issue actually for a lot of platforms, right? When you try to build an API based out of Telegram. But
Hmm.
what we're trying to do is we can go to projects such as like media or news outlets where they have a news article that they're writing about, and
Yes.
in on their platform, actually, you would see in real time a poll, right? Let's say, will Bitcoin of the year or not, right? Um, you would either say yes or no, right? And then you would have a variety of individuals from our Telegram mini app coming onto your site to vote. And at the same time, you will also give your users or your readers the possibility to vote whether it is actually going to hit 100K or not, right? So there are
Nice.
various applications here, right?
Absolutely. That's a really cool feature set and really cool way to play, right? I mean, I could
Yeah.
see this being used for like even like an old school radio station. Hey, pick the next song we're gonna play, right? That's pretty neat.
Yeah, exactly right. And so we also thought about like how do we keep the users engaged, right? Because there's going to be a point where, like scrolling and voting on like 50 polls is going to get boring, right? I mean,
Hmm.
there is this point that's going to happen there. So how do we make the users engaged, right? So obviously there's chat, right? They can communicate in the chat, but the most important thing is, right, we're currently also building an ecosystem inside of Polo
Hmm.
that will allow them to play a variety of games based on the same mechanics that we have in terms of polling or voting, right? So they
Right.
will have a variety of games um, that are based around just running around and giving their opinion, right?
Mm.
Imaginarium, right? Like Tinder opinion swipe, right? So you have like a
Yes.
question and saying like, what do you think about when you think of Italian cuisine, right? And then you would have pizza, pasta, right? Tiramisu, like things like this, right? And they have to like respond fast. So this
That's
will actually
cool.
also improve the retention rate, right? Because uh, yeah, as a user, if you come into the Telegram app, you have uh, you have thousands of apps, right? And sometimes you're not in one app alone, right? But you're like playing in 15 different apps in one
Hmm.
hour.
The mini games and this and that. Yeah, that makes sense. Have you
Yeah.
ever played there's a really fun series that might kind of allude to this thing as well. The Jackbox series. Ever play the Jackbox games?
Jackbox. No, I have
You might
not.
want to check that one out. There's one where essentially it gives you kind of a fun fact, and you have
Uh-huh.
to fill in the blank. And what everybody does is you fill in a lie, and then what happens is
Uh-huh.
that everybody has a lie in the game, and there's one true answer. Everybody, and then you get to vote on which one do you think the answer is. So there's your polling system, and then once you have that, if somebody votes for your lie, you get points. It's a fun little social experiment. It's a hilarious party game. So
Jackbox. Is this
yeah,
uh
Jack.
is this like a community game or
It's a party game, literally a party game. It's on the Nintendo, it's on like Steam, it's on like a bunch of other different stuff. And so you throw it on
interesting?
screen and it makes for an interesting thing, right? So it just makes life a little interesting and more fun. So definitely it's a cool.
I'll
I
check it
think I
out.
think your engine would lend itself really well to that.
Oh, interesting. All right, I will check it out. Jackbox. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious, with all these little features, with all these little bits and bobs, what's the most interesting part of this to you for today,
Wow.
or
I
exciting,
think
whichever way you want to go.
I mean, I think exciting. I wouldn't say most interesting because I mean, there's so many interesting parts of it, right? I will give you a couple. I think I'm obviously excited about that. Like this is the only. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like revolutionary in terms of like what we do, but the fact that nobody else has done it before on such a level in terms of gamified polling on the blockchain.
Hmm.
I think that is quite exciting. But the other part really is that like we aim to become like a place where users can go, earn rewards, and like have the feeling that they belong to a certain community, right?
Hmm.
Because nowadays the problem, I think, and it's a huge problem, unfortunately, with Web 2 or Web 3 or Web 3 being built up in that sense or coming up is that a lot of the Web 2 users get left behind. They don't
Yeah.
really understand how to buy crypto, right? They're confused, right? And especially the of a lot of wallets make it complicated for individuals to buy crypto,
Hmm.
um, especially KYC and like a lot of the stuff make it very hard for individuals to buy crypto or to dabble and find out how it actually works.
Hmm.
So In terms of the most exciting part, I think Polo offers a platform where Web 2 and Web 3 users can unite, right? Can communicate. And they're united by one simple mechanic, right? Is
Just
by
having an opinion.
basically, exactly, they're just giving an opinion, right? And through giving an opinion, they actually get to learn something, right? I mean, we have a Telegram community, Polo Group and Polo Verse, where they can join and discuss a variety of things, such as like, what did you think about that poll, right? How do I do that, right? Did anyone have the experience with with this app, etc., etc., right? So
Mhm.
they have the possibility to build a community around and actually get to learn how to become a Web3 user, which is
Right.
important in the world of
Well,
today.
well,
Yeah.
a big thing of becoming part of the Web3 space is that whole community factor. I've noticed that the communities in the Web3 space are very tight, right? And
Yeah.
very passionate. So it's always interesting seeing what they're up to. Now, when you're not making people choose, pizza versus pasta, what do you do for fun?
Actually, I used to play a lot of soccer back ages ago, I would say.
Okay.
And I mean, I can't play soccer anymore because I mean, I have unfortunately a knee injury.
Oh no.
But I've recently tried out golf, and I don't know what to think, honestly. I'm a bit conflicted, right? So on
Golf.
one
Yeah.
side, it is interesting, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems a little boring to me. So I'm actually
Well,
looking
my,
for a
my
lot of new
favorite part
stuff.
about golf isn't the golf part. I like to go to the driving range and I like to hit the guy in the cart, right?
Really? Yeah.
That's the
So
best
like
thing
things
because there's
like
a little
this.
moving target moving from side to side, and all you want to do is just smoke that guy, right? He's in the cage; he's
Yeah.
not going to get hurt, but it's just funny hitting the moving target, right? That's the most fun part.
I mean, yeah. So you see that's why I'm a bit conflicted. So at the moment right now, like what I do in my free time is basically reading.
Hmm.
I enjoy a good book on any occasion. However, in terms of like active sports, I wouldn't call it an active sport, but I do enjoy traveling. I mean, everyone says that, right? Who doesn't enjoy traveling? But I do enjoy the occasional visit back home to my mom or visiting my friends. So yeah,
Very
I
cool.
I that's what I do in my free time if I have the free time.
Fantastic. Then when you get there, you can poll them saying, "Hey, how about this?" So that makes
Exactly.
for makes for exciting conversations. Well, this is the wrap up here. Um, what is something that you want people to connect to you about, and where do you want them to connect with you?
Yeah, so we're always open to new ideas, to new cooperations, right?
Mhm.
Collabs. I mean, I think everyone is, but if you have any ideas of or feedback how to improve the project, right? I'm always open to listen to that, and our team as well, right? We have excellent team that is working around the clock, and if you ping us on Skype, Polo Vote at Polo Vote on sorry, not on Skype, on X.
Yeah,
If you message us on X at Polo Vote, then we will definitely respond and take your feedback to heart. And yeah,
fantastic.
that's
And
that's
is
pretty
there a
much it.
website you want people to visit so they can find your socials?
Yeah, polo.vote. So that's
Polo.vote.
that's our yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Alexander, it's been a real pleasure to have you on the show. This is a cool project. I know it's so simple, but gathering opinions, gathering data, these data sets, these data points are phenomenal, and they're super useful for whatever industry is gathering the information. So thank you
Yeah.
for the work you
Uh,
do.
yeah, thank you so much. Absolutely, right? The best things in life are always simple, right?
Absolutely. I think Einstein said it the best, right? If you can't explain it simply, you can't explain it. And the best thing that you can show is the pull. And I really like that feature you guys have of being able to pop into the news, show the lifetime poll votes. That's a fascinating thing because then people can see it in real time. That's interesting, man.
Yeah, I mean, so at the beginning they don't see it in real time, but they
Oh.
will be able to see that as well. So right now, obviously, the when the poll is resolved, only
Hmm.
then will they be able to see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it
that's
doesn't it
it.
doesn't it doesn't clutter their opinion on what's going on.
No, no,
Interesting.
no, no. It's only revealed at the end of the poll, right?
Oh,
After the
very
poll
cool.
duration. Yeah.
Nice. Fantastic. Well, again, happy trails. Good luck with your project, and thanks for being on the show.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shiro. Thank you.